to start by acknowledging the incredible people who worked to coordinate the plan for today. You guys are amazing. I know my friend Joy in particular, so many of us look to Joy for staying informed and what the issues are. We're just really lucky to have all you powerhouses, right? I also want our elected officials to understand something, and I want you to really, truly understand this. Every single person who showed up today had other things we needed to do. Stuff that we should be doing, or whether it's our jobs, whether it's caregiving. This is not how we wanted to spend our Friday. Instead, we moved mountains to leave our complicated lives and routines to drive to Frankfort from all corners of the state of the Commonwealth of Kentucky because our loved ones' lives are literally at stake. So we have to show up to remind our elected leaders that we matter. My son is 32. Why, for the past 30 years, do every few years I have to keep coming to Frankfurt to prove that he is a valuable member? By show of hands, would you agree this is absolutely not how we wanted to spend our day today? Yeah. I want our elected officials to hear us when we say that these waivers are vital. Be certain that so many more of us would be here but could not move the mountains it takes for us caregivers to get away for one day, as we heard Wendy explain just before me. I want these leaders to understand that when you're the caregiver of a disabled adult child, you think about things that most people never have to imagine. Who's going to trim his fingernails when I'm gone? Do I leave written instructions? Should I make a schedule? Should I record a video so someone will know how to do it without hurting him? Will they be kind while they're doing it? What about shaving him, cleaning his ears, giving medications that have to be handled so carefully that the wrong move can cause pain, vertigo, and fear? These are the kinds of things that parents like me, like many of us, think about. Not because we're dramatic, not because we're trying to be difficult or want the spotlight. It's because this is our life. This is love expressed in details. This is care that never stops. This is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And that is why a 4% reimbursement rate cut for waiver services is not just a number to us, it is a threat. It is a warning. It is the sound of one more piece of stability slipping away. Some people may hear 4% and think it's small, but when you live in the world of Medicaid waivers, you know small cuts do not stay small. Small cuts become fewer workers. Fewer workers become more gaps. More gaps become more fear. More fear becomes more exhaustion. And exhaustion becomes families falling apart trying to hold everything together. My son's care is not simple. It takes planning, it takes training, it takes trust. It takes finding people who know how to help with the smallest personal tasks and the biggest life responsibilities. It takes managing medications, nutrition, finances, therapies, schedules, backup plans. And when you find those caregivers, those good ones, you hold on to them with everything you have. If they don't get benefits like 401k, they don't get paid time off, they don't get all those other things that we other employees enjoy in our careers. These are people that are helping keep our loved ones safe. That is why a cut like this hurts so deeply, because it does not just affect a budget. It affects whether someone can stay in their home. It affects whether someone can stay healthy. It affects whether a parent can sleep at night. It affects whether a sibling gets to be a sister instead of becoming a full-time caregiver. And that part matters to me so much. I want my son's sisters to love him. I want them to be a part of his life. And I want them to have room to build their own lives and their own families and their own I do not want them carrying a burden that should never be placed on their shoulders. That is what these cuts lead to, period. Not just inconvenience, not just strain, heartbreak, fear, isolation, and in many cases, crisis. For people who have never had to depend on Medicaid waivers, it may seem easy to think this won't really touch their lives, but for those of us who live this reality, we know better. We know the red tape, we know the yearly proof and the hoops we have to jump through. We know the fight to keep services is already hard won. I believe me, over and every few years, we gotta come and fight for it again. We know that when the system tightens, real people suffer. Real people lose health. Real families carry more than they can bear. And I need people to understand this, and I'm running out of time. I am proud for my tax dollars to support health care, disability services, elder care, nutrition for people who need help. It is not waste, it is what compassion looks like. It is what responsibility looks like. It is what a decent society does. So I'm asking everyone who has a voice in this decision to look beyond the blame and look at the result. Forget the political back and forth for a minute and look at the human beings standing in the middle of it. Look at the disabled adults who depend on these services to live. Look at the parents who are terrified of what happens next. Look at the siblings, the workers, the families, the people whose lives hang in the balance. My son is not a line item, and my family is not a talking point. People with disabilities are not statistics. They are multidimensional, sentient human beings that deserve dignity, safety, and care. And they deserve better than cuts that make life harder, lonelier, and more fragile. That is why those of us who were able to move the mountains to be here today, that's why we speak up. That is why we will keep fighting, because this is not about politics. This is about people. We are not pawns. We will keep showing up. We moved mountains to be here today. And now, dear elected officials, it is your turn. You can protect these waivers. You can protect our families. And you can protect the lives of the people that we love across Kentucky.